evening. Hello, I am Gillian St. Kevin, author of Empowering Queer Fantasy. Usually I host this writing live stream with Jamie Sands. Jamie is hoping to join us, but in the chat tonight they don't have the energy to co-host, which is fair enough. Normally we do a 2-hour stream, but yeah, going on how much energy we have, it might be an hour and a half. But basically, this is a stream, a very special stream, that is taking place at the request of Megan, who has some writing to work on and needed a little extra boost. So basically, the purpose of this stream is to support Megan. Oh my gosh, Kiora, it is so awesome to see you, Sage. Oh, this might actually be a semi-decent time in South Africa. That's awesome if so. But yeah, I am in an interesting space because I don't have writing to do myself. I'm actually in the process of flipping through past bullet journals. Oh my gosh, 9 a.m. Wow. Well, I am so glad that we are at a respectable time for you. I have missed you. So yeah. I have made a big life change and I'm using it as an opportunity to kind of reset, look at my health and my habits and figure out what I want out of life and what I can do to get me there. And I've been through this upheaval process before and had some notes, and I'm hoping to find those notes so I can go over them and kind of get some ideas. But yes, instead of ideas, I am finding sketches of Minecraft farms that I obviously wanted to build back in the day. But yeah, yay. So, Sage and Megan, do we want a warm-up or do we want to just dive straight in? If we don't go for a warm-up, we have the opportunity to draw one of the author stuck list cards, which these are my new shiny toy. I'm really enjoying them. Though, of course, we have the opportunity to do a warm-up and draw a stuck list card. So let me know what you would like to do in the chat. I feel like I am entirely here to please you tonight. So yeah, whatever works for you. Megan says, let's do an author stuck card. Awesome. So these are, Sage, I don't know if you've encountered these. These are created by Becca Symes, who does the Write Better, Faster and Strengths for Writers. And basically the idea is anytime you find yourself getting stuck in your manuscript, you can pull a card and see what it tells you. Okay. This one is a resource. Listen to the Wish I'd Known Then for Authors podcast on Spotify or iTunes. Potentially a really good idea, but because we want to do some work, I am going to see if I can find a card that isn't a resource card. Okay, that one's suggesting we go for a drive. We may have been better off with the tarot. Oh, here we go, clarity. This one looks like a goodie. Open the manuscript and ask, can I write the next sentence? If you can write the next sentence, write it. If you can't, pull another card or go think about what will happen next until you can see it. Thinking equals working. This is a card that I'm going to find myself coming back to a lot, because I am somebody who likes to know what's happening next in order to write. But yeah, hopefully that gives you guys a little bit of a prompt as well. Yeah, the thinking equals working is really good for me because I tend to write very quickly and then I run out of things to write about, and then I have to like wait a few days while all of the options kind of percolate in my mind, and then 3 or 4 days later I can write again, but I need that processing time. Okay, no, that's a calculator, not a timer. So 20 minutes, let's jump into a sprint straight away. I am going to continue going through my journals, seeing if I can find what I'm looking for. And yeah, as Sage says, you need the reservoir to fill. Part of what I'm doing tonight is refilling that reservoir, just sort of looking back at the past, seeing what helped me then, and just things like I'm noting down when I write and things like that, and it really reminds me of that. But yes, 20 minutes starting now. Okay, that is the end of our first sprint. We have been joined by Emerald from Australia, which is great. I a friend. I don't know how if this will amuse you or not, Emerald, but Jamie, who is usually joining me hosting these streams, sent me gave me a recommendation that I watch a Bluey episode as inspiration, and I tracked down that episode and have since watched 4 more episodes. I don't know what it is about Bluey, but it is the humor and heart that I need right now. So anyone who does not have nibblings or kids of the right age to be into Bluey, you are missing out. But yeah, welcome. Megan is also working on character development. Megan's filling out a character sheet. I caught a glimpse of it at the library this morning. Sage says, we love Bluey in this house. It is so good. There's just so many things to love about Bluey. Jamie recommended that I watch the episode about Bluey and the bike, and yeah, it was very inspirational. So I've been going through my journal and I found what could have been what I'm looking for, but I'm going to keep going through my previous journals because, as you can see by the amount of pink post-it notes, I'm finding some really good stuff I've learned and forgotten about. So right now I am in a bit of I've sort of got myself a little bit burnt out, and I'm trying to figure out how to better organize my life to take care of myself while also having a big kind of life choice to make. Oh wow, Sage did 4 pages of edits. That's incredible. And yeah, Emerald, myself and Jamie usually do these streams from 10 to 12 on a Saturday and Sunday New Zealand time. But Megan decided that she needed a writing stream this evening, and I was like, you know what? Why not? And yeah, that is actually the exact reason why I started this stream, this channel. I'd just discovered writing live streams. I love them, but I was constantly joining them like half an hour or 5 minutes before they finished, and it just was not working out. Make a live stream channel, meet other authors, and discover there are so many more live streams than I had anticipated, including a lot that are happening at 10 to 12 New Zealand time. But I don't think I've encountered any at this particular time, and it is annoying when you want to sit down and get some work. You need that little bit of boost of accountability, and there's nothing. So yeah, thank you, Megan, from all of us. If it wasn't for Megan, I would still be binge watching Bluey. And that is not a joke. That is literally what I would be doing now. Okay. Yeah. Live streaming is good. And yeah, I hope that means that you're planning to come back to streaming Sage. And while we wait for Sage's reply, let's get ready for our second 20-minute sprint. Oh, excellent. I have it right here. So I'm trying not to do Jenna's thing of doing the cowboy bebop intro. Okay. Yes. I thought it would be the infrastructure. I know you have a very less than ideal system when it comes to internet in particular. But yeah, 20 minutes starting now. Apologies for the train going past. Current house sit is right next door to the train lines. Okay, that is the end of our second 20-minute sprint. I have finished going through my journals, and now I'm trying to figure out how to pull all of my pink sticky notes. I can pull all of that information into one place. Emerald says, let me know if there are any other Southern Hemisphere channels that I can subscribe to so I can support you all. I'm not sure if you're watching this on the Gillian St. Kevin channel or the Jamie Sands channel, but basically Jamie, who is my amazing co-host, and I use streaming software that streams to both of our channels on YouTube. So it's a good idea to follow both of our channels, because even though you'll get the same stream, no matter whose channel you're watching, generally, for example, on Saturdays, the chat happens on my channel, and on Sundays, the chat happens on Jamie's channel. Typically, that's what happens. It's not going to happen this coming weekend because it would just be me again. But Jamie and myself are actually the only New Zealand people who I know of who are doing writing live streams. That said, a writing friend of mine, JD Evans, has just started a YouTube channel where he's reading the first chapter of various books, and that's quite fun. So yeah, awesome. Give Jamie a like. They deserve it. So yeah, what was I saying before then? Basically, I have to I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get the information out of these old journals into my new journal. Old journals have much thinner paper. New journal is much thicker, so I have fewer pages, which means fewer space, which means I have to be very strategic about what I put in here and how I put it in, otherwise I run out of room quite quickly. But I could go to an older journal and yeah. Oh, Megan says maybe put the notes under some key statements, i.e. when I have struggled with ABC in the past, this has helped me XYZ. That is a very smart decision. I can also I've generally used a sketchbook for brainstorming in, so I might note down things and play with them on just sketchbook paper and see what happens there. Sage was trying to do more edits but got a revision request from a client, and then the line dropped. Oh, I feel that. I was in Japan after the Sendai earthquake. That's the one that knocked out the Fukushima nuclear power station. And all of the west side of Japan, they had the rolling power outages as they lost a major part of their power system. And the funny thing was, the east side of Japan, where I was, they had two different power grids, so nothing wrong with our power at all. But the so many people felt like they wanted to support the west half of Japan that we had the power cuts too. Well, power reductions. There was a big effort to use less power. I think possibly they were able to siphon off some of the East Japan power to West Japan. or maybe they just told us that to make us feel happier, but I thought that was really impressive. But yeah, yeah, I could do subject topics and key tips. I'm kind of tempted to get a new journal, and I know I already have far too many journals, but yeah, I think potentially it would be helpful to consolidate all of this stuff in a journal that isn't going to get put on a shelf when I reach the end of this quarter. Randomly, Emerald, through one of the journals, I found my notes from the first time I ever did the HB90 method. So, it is almost 8 o'clock here. Let's jump in for our third sprint, another 20 minutes, starting from now. Excuse me. Okay, that is the end of our third sprint. I hate to say it, but I think that might be it for me. Brain not working good. I think I will probably continue to work, but as soon as I said that, suddenly I just got this wave of tired. Sage got 3 more pages edited. Oh, and thank you, Sage and Emerald, for blessing me. I appreciated that. Megan says, this has been wonderful. Thank you so much. Are you going to continue working on your character, Megan, or call it a night? In response to Emerald's question, I'll just scroll up so I can see it again. Has my process changed a lot since your first HB90? Writing process, yes, possibly. I'm not sure. Planning process for HB90, yes, I have finally got better at well, I still overestimate how much I can do, but I have got a lot better at recognizing my limits and breaking things down. Though inevitably, about 2 to 3 weeks before the end of the quarter, I chuck my goals out and cut. Whenever I start planning for the next quarter, I get too excited about the next quarter's goals and start working on them early. So my process has changed, but I am still very much a work in progress. Emerald, it was so lovely to have you tonight. I'll talk to Jamie and see if we can get back into the habit of doing some weekly evening sprints. But yeah, it would be good. And yeah, we need more Southern Hemisphere writers, basically. Oh, Sage, it is. It's pretty useful. There's, I'd say, check out Sarah Cannon's YouTube channel. She goes into quite a bit of detail over what the HB90 system she's developed is, and it I think you can get a good idea of what it's like from her videos, and kind of get an idea of if it is something that would work well for you. But any questions, yeah, let me know. I've personally found it quite useful in terms of planning as a creative, but yeah, um, I am really up past my bedtime laughing. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It is time that I end the stream. Megan says that would be wonderful coming into winter, and Emma says yes please, hashtag Southern Hemisphere Writers Unite. Yay. Okay, on that empowering note, I will say goodbye to everyone. Good night, Megan and Emerald. Good morning, Sage. Enjoy the rest of your day or night, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Thanks for joining me tonight, and thank you, Sage. See you soon.